And now, The Bonfire with Big J. Okerson and Dan Soder.
And we came back. You weren't here. Sorry. There's no big whoop, dude. Is everybody hearing this in the world?
I hope so.
Yep.
Oh shit, we're on the air. I was so
had a
confused. I thought I fucked up. I genuinely thought I fucked up. Hey everyone.
He goes, Dan, before we're on the air live, I've been seeing someone seriously behind Christine's back.
I go, my God.
It's Will Witzke.
Can I tell you, Jay?
Don't tell people.
Ever since I had my asshole surgery, I've been telling people all.
Dan, people are listening.
Oh no. Now they know about my two buttholes. One for pleasure, one for business. I'm an awkward starter. It's the Bonfire, Sirius XM Faction Talk 103. I'm Dan Soder. That's Big J. Okerson.
Hi. Ooh,
joining us.
Our guest is hooking up.
Our guest is coming through the Matrix.
Where's Lou? Why won't Lou be?
Yeah, the cigarette on the table. That's how you know it means business. Yes.
Hi, guys.
And cigarette in the mouth.
I'm so
Please welcome
jealous.
back to the show one of the greatest of all time, who you can catch at Caroline's December 27th through the 30th. It's Dave Attell. DaveAttell.com for tickets. Go check him out in New York City, December 27th through the 30th.
I was thinking about it, and Christine emailed me, and I was looking at the email, and we have the same thing from last year of like, hey, we're not going to be in studio. We got to do it on Zoom. So we've come a long way, people. We really have.
Hey, we're there. Look at us, right back to where we were, just like kids.
It's all back down.
But I was ready to come in. I brought the holiday treats.
Yes. Oh, man. In person, that would have been awesome.
Christine's going to have to change her panties after this.
I'm not the first guy to be talking about candy on Zoom, I assume, tonight.
No. That's I assume that's how people lure children over to their home. Candy.
I'm going to give it to a first responder. Why not?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, why not?
If you're pulling bodies out, dude, might as well have some Reese's or some Kit Kats.
Fellas?
When me and Christine came over to visit you, I remember you had when they were doing the cheering for the first responders, and you had like a professional like trumpet player would come do a whole thing.
Yes.
Like across the street from you or something. Yeah, it was like a Broadway guy or something, right? Or symphony.
Oh, Jay, that was 3 variants ago. That's how I keep time now.
He goes, that's so 3 variants. That's funny. I measure cost of things in Schindler Jews. I go, how many Jews does that cost?
Yeah.
How many
what
Jews
could
is
I
that?
have gotten?
What else could I have gotten? This guitar could probably be 4 Jews.
This globe could be half a Jew.
You're
That's
getting ready
movie in black and white, and I was watching that on the road, and I fell asleep, and I came back, like I woke up and Raging Bull was on, and I'm like, yeah, at least they're fighting back.
Yeah. This one they
At
punched
least they're
them.
finally fighting back. You're doing the week at Caroline's. Who's doing it with you this year?
I got a bunch of people coming in. Nicole Amy is going to be there. She's coming in from LA.
Okay.
Karen is going to be there, at Stan. She's great. Honestly,
Yeah.
I'm lucky to get her. And Ian's going to come by. Louis Katz is going to be there.
Oh, yeah.
So, and then we're going to probably have a couple of drop-bys, but you guys are always welcome to come by. I always offer, honestly, if you want to.
Well, I always try to come at least watch one. Damn.
I can't think of anything better than Times Square this time of year.
Yeah. People coming together and just being together.
No, it's fine. I was going to go lick some benches anyway. And if I'm in the area, I'll be in the area.
How about you guys? Are you going to be on the road for the holiday, or are you going to stay in New York?
I'm staying.
I'm staying in New York, yeah. I'm staying in New York. I'm going to go, I have a New Year's gig in Providence.
Oh, that'll be fun.
And that's it. Yeah, and then we'll see. We'll see if I don't have this COVID or not.
Are you guys? Wait,
that?
are you guys constantly testing? Because that's the hard thing now, is to get a test.
No.
It is.
No,
I got
I
tested today. I'm waiting to hear back, and I did a rapid test because I was in Boston all this weekend doing shows. So when I got back, I gave myself. I
No,
had
Danny
one
means
rapid.
COVID. Danny means COVID, not your home AIDS tests.
Oh no! Well, that's usually through a bunch of beakers and burning liquids. I determine if I have HIV or not.
But you know what? The lines have never been longer. I don't
It's
know.
crazy. Looks like
And
new
it's
iPhones are coming out.
like a little tent. You see that?
Yeah.
Those little outdoor COVID tents. Yeah.
Oh, dude, I've used the tent. In fact, I used the tent one time, and the guy was like, "Hey, just screen grab the picture of your code thing, you know." And he's like, "Next time you want to get tested, just walk up and show me this." I just like show it to him, and he's like, "And you can get tested."
Wow.
Nice.
VIP. It's clear.
Oh yeah, dude, it's the bottle service of COVID, Dave. Instead of them bringing you a bottle of vodka with a sparkler in it, they shove a swab up your nose.
Yeah,
Yep.
those swabs have gotten thinner and they go deeper with them now.
Oh,
But at least they should have a flap or something, just a little privacy. Maybe I'm old, but I don't know.
Yeah, just fuck
Sorry.
my nose in front of all these people.
sorry,
I should be
Dave. We're
cheered
way
on
more.
by a street person.
Yeah, we're way more open. We do it in front of everyone. I love to watch people getting tested. I'm a voyeur. I'm a test voyeur.
That's the new kink.
Yeah.
Christine, do you have that story up? Because we were talking about Schindler's List, this thing about the third graders acting out the Holocaust. Is this like the power experiments they used to do with the?
No, I think it was just an
where they have like
overzealous.
they do like police or like wardens and
Yes.
prisoners.
I know what you're talking about in the 70s.
Yeah.
yeah, and
No,
then all the kids got super mean.
That's how my parents met.
my father was one of the guards. My mother a prisoner.
Yeah.
Yeah, in mock
dynamic.
prison. They met in mock prison.
What brought you two together? Just role playing. Yeah, it was. It was
an
like it was.
after-school special.
They were
I
instructed.
remember about that.
Oh yeah, they did.
How
They
the
did a
teacher
movie,
turned
too.
all the kids into Nazis.
Well,
Well,
this is
that's
a
third
staff
graders-
librarian in D.C. directed third graders. Can you go down, Christine? I can't read it.
Well, it's a weird thing. That the headline itself was weird because it says to reenact scenes from the Holocaust. Like, you mean events of the Holocaust? Scenes
No, they go-
sound like
no, they
they
go
think it's
scenes.
fake. Yeah. You know, scenes from that fable, the Holocaust.
You know that tale they tell to get sympathy.
But isn't the real story here a librarian? I mean, if anybody just sits there quietly more, it's these people.
Yeah, well,
Like, they were so proactive, you know?
Well, yeah, Dave. They're just sitting there cooking up cockamamie schemes to make third graders relive the Holocaust.
Thinking of Squid Games for children.
Historical Squid Games for these children to participate in. Well, apparently,
Well, look at this
this
right here.
librarian in D.C. directed the third graders to reenact the Holocaust, including asking them to dig ditches for mass graves and simulate shootings.
Yes.
According to an email that the
yeah.
school's principal sent to parents.
That's the part that's striking me more than anything here. That all this information was given to them according to an email the school's principal sent to parents late. Was he sending that email like, hey, parents, just so you know, we're doing the Holocaust. Some kids will be digging mass graves and doing some mass shootings. A couple gas chamber
what's
things.
It's Principal Davis. Just want to let you guys we're doing more of an immersive thing now where the kids actually live out the Holocaust. We got one kid. Dude, they gave one kid instructed
we're doing a bake sale fundraiser to be able to afford the
armbands.
costumes.
The armbands are pretty expensive. One student was instructed to portray Hitler,
Wow.
which that kid's going to be obnoxious the rest of his life.
Yeah.
I like it how it was digging ditches. Like she had them just do like chores around her house.
Yeah.
Dig a few ditches, clean out those gutters, you know, like in the Holocaust.
Yeah.
And then there's lots of
I don't
And
know
now
if you
she
guys
knows-
know this. I don't know if you guys know this, but in the Holocaust, a lot of Jews power washed driveways.
Yes.
It's going to be funny.
It's
After
real
this,
fucking story.
they know nothing about the Holocaust now, but they all know karate, like Karate Kid from doing these chores.
He goes, "Did we learn about World War II? No. Are we efficient in Miyagi style?
Miyagi-Do karate? Yeah. Prune the
Miyagi-Do.
trees. Prune the trees. Dig the hole.
She's like, keep an eye on them, little Hitler. I'm going to Nordstrom's. Don't let these prisoners use the bathroom.
Little Hitler, you're in charge till I get back.
Yeah. And if you're good, I'll give you some speech juice." She's just giving them fucking booze, just feeding these third graders daiquiris.
You know, when they ask the kids, they're going to were you instructed to play Hitler? He's like, instructed? It was my honor. I can't believe I was able to do that. It's the lead role. I got the lead in the Holocaust.
What did you do today in school, Jimmy? And he's like, I ran the Third Reich.
You learned about the Third Reich? Like, no. There was a lot of important decisions to be made.
No,
did we take Poland or not?
He goes, well, I led with Poland because obviously, a win's a win. Dude, this is crazy. The staff member has been placed on administrative leave while the matter is investigated. The episode has been referred to the district central equity response team.
What do you think what do you think the tell was that they ended up having to report it? Was it the ditches? Was it?
I bet it was Little Hitler. I bet Little Hitler came into the
play.
I think Little Hitler came back to he went to math class too confident, or art. He was in art, just being like.
Oh, you don't mean you don't think he turned on him? He wasn't a rat. You're saying he just wore it too long. He kept going. He took his Hitler act. He took his Hitler act to the lunchroom. Doesn't that work?
Oh well, the student assigned to the role of Hitler is Jewish, according to a parent.
Hitler act.
His Hitler act. That's hilarious. He goes, when I was in third grade, I had this Hitler act.
I would do this Hitler. Yeah, they wrote a play around it.
I don't know, man. This one librarian. What if she's one of these kids' favorite teachers when they grow up? They're like, I want to thank that librarian for teaching me.
I don't think, Dave, did you ever have a teacher when you were young that you felt even really cared enough to dig into a project like this? I feel like all of our teachers were just getting through the 45 minutes.
I think a lot of them were teachers because they were dodging the draft. So they were just really alive,
Yeah. You can't kill me. I'm a teacher.
I'm going to say you guys fill out the ditto, whatever that was.
But I never had a dangerous minds turn the chair around type of teacher. I never had one that just took such a major interest in turning lives or teaching. They were all just fine with it. None of them were that upset if you didn't do good. I never felt the teacher that cares this much.
I can't say I had that was not a big influence on me. If anything, education was not a big influence. It was always you see this guy, he's dumb, but he's rich. Look at him. Not out of sixth grade, but he, copper wire or something.
Did you not have a stand and deliver? You got to learn math, man.
David, man, you got to learn these. Dave, you got to learn these jokes, man. You got to learn premises and punchlines, essay.
I'm going to help you. I'm going to walk you through it, essay. I can't think of one teacher who gave a shit.
Teachers, this kind of thing happens.
Never got in trouble for playing hooky because the teacher was even that concerned about that. They were like, whatever.
No, but Jay, this kind of thing happens once every 3 years. A teacher thinks they're really going to break through by making them do reenact a slave auction. And then they're like, hey, all the kids are mad. All the kids' parents are mad, and you have to be fired now.
Or they try to take that Michael Richards shock approach. You're all faggots. Ooh, words. Am I right?
Yeah.
Ooh, we're all saying crazy words. What's the meaning behind the words? But just go and start giving preachy lessons. I think the teacher called us all faggots today.
What's the weird thing, though, is that they all wear masks. So maybe they will associate masking with learning,
Yeah.
So it's I really need to tell you something. Okay, let me put on my mask.
Hold on. Let me get my
their magic power, their cape.
Let me put on my knowledge muzzle and we'll get to work. I don't know, man. It's this kind of thing, this kind of stunt when they try to do this is always backfires. It never goes through. So this person,
I know more teachers. I know more people who have fucked or stories of teachers who have fucked students than teachers that have cared so much about students that made it their entire lives, like Joe Clark and Lean on Me. Where these people aren't out there. Someone who cares that much about the youth, they don't care.
Yeah, you fell through the cracks. That's what happened.
Yeah.
Everybody I talk to in an audience who's a teacher is always, I'm like, do you love it? They're like, no. It sucks.
I hate it. I just fucking counting time until I get my pension.
Yeah, you didn't find a teacher that tried to take something you like and use it in the curriculum. You like lighting matches, right?
Yeah. What if I told you that was all science?
Yeah. You know what? Just because he worked at those I guess you probably see him at those fancy fucking academy schools. You know what I mean? I bet there's teachers there who like really give a shit when it's a place that's like a. That's what's funny. I bet from those pictures of him being a professor, I bet Jeffrey Epstein, it was that teacher for so many people. People he didn't fuck, just people were like, yo, this guy just cares, man. He's so smart and he's just such a great guy.
He broke down economics like it was almost like I was saving my allowance. And he really changed the way I looked at money in general.
He did what? Ooh, not the Epstein I know. Not the Epstein I know.
Not Professor Epstein. He wouldn't do those things.
That teacher in DC, she's like, hey, guys, I want you to show up tomorrow with a shovel, wear your pajamas, all right? We're going to have quite a day.
Yeah.
Take the story down, Christine. Make us all full screen again. God damn it. That's so... Man, I've never... Yeah, that was that one famous one in the 70s where they had the kids do the prison... and stuff, and they started being mean right away.
Yeah, but that was at Stanford, and it was college kids, so they were almost adults. This was third graders.
Yeah, well, you get them young. They should do that. Now this dude goes, all right, I guess we'll just do the prison thing. I was trying to mix shit up.
Oh, they don't like flashcards, so we got to act like they're prisoners.
So I can't do the Armenian genocide next quarter? Well, then I have to work on my curriculum.
Well, fuck me running, because in the spring we were going to do the Sudanese Civil War. But I guess these kids aren't going to learn who the Hutsi, I fucked it up. I didn't know the tribes. I blew it. That's pot.
It was so close. Good. I think Paul Pot said it best. Doesn't get enough attention.
These kids want to learn, man.
Who takes just a bold experiment like that? I mean,
well,
every teacher I've ever had was absolutely okay. If it was a day where they could just show us a TV thing or a movie or something, they would. Like they just never were. They just did exactly what the book said and wanted to like eat their bagel and drink their coffee while we did work.
Did you guys do field trips? Because that was like a learning experience. What
was your favorite field trip you ever went on?
We went to, I lived on Long Island, so we went to go where Newsday was made.
Ooh.
Paper.
Yeah.
There's the print setter guy, it's like three fingers, The printing machine is a hungry animal. Not operated when you're drunk, And then we went to Grumman, where they made missiles. So they were really training us up for a couple of different careers. But I remember like these weird field trips, like, hey, if it doesn't work out in school, we're going to take you to a place where you might get
work.
Yeah.
Damn,
we're all going to Jiffy Lube.
Those first two
you guys
field
been
trips.
to a loading dock?
Yeah, we're going to take you by a union office. Get comfortable here.
Yeah. School trips for me, though, I think we said this in the show a while back, a couple of years ago. We talked about this, but school trips, like the field trips, like the day-long ones where we'd go to like D.C. and look at all the historic stuff, I bring back nothing of the rich history or whatever we were doing or the information we were doing. It was always about like hooking up or talking to a girl or something, or what you can get while you were out there. Like, what could we buy while we're out there? Yeah, some gift shop and shit. Like, it's all we ever cared about.
Yeah, imagine wanting to learn on a field trip.
Well, there was like also less penalties. Like you're the teacher and you went out with like 20 kids and you came back with 18. You're like,
you go, well, I don't know. Yeah, two of them are going to have a story. Relax.
Yeah.
I also think field trips where you saw teachers get loose a little bit. I definitely saw a few of them crack a cigarette once or twice.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, the best was always when you would have chaperones that were kids in your class's parents, and you got to see either how big a dorks, how mean they were, where you're like, oh, Nick's mom's fucking mean.
I chaperoned once, and they and literally all Isabel's friends thought I was a pirate. They said, and then it looked the optics of it looked bizarre.
It's always like three moms and one unemployed dad,
Yeah, that was me. I was the unemployed dad.
Yeah.
That's what it was. I would go.
He goes, hey, kids, I'm kind of in a rut right now, but I think I can watch you look at dinosaur bones.
I was thinking about all like in New York, just like all the stuff that you would never do with a large group, because like we would get on the Long Island Railroad and then get into Penn Station, and while holding hands, walk through Penn Station to the subway. Then we get on the subway. It was like, there's a million ways that would go wrong now,
Yeah.
It's like, honestly, that would have been like a horrible experience.
Dude, I was
like
Isabella.
what's going on the subway.
Do you know, Dan, I was, I think it was Isabella when I would take her to Girl Scout stuff. Like I was the only father that ever went, and she went to like a Freeport one, so it's like kind of the hood, her Girl Scouts thing, and so I would said something. I go, Isabella, am I the only father who ever comes to this stuff? And she was like, yeah. I go, no father. Is it weird that I come? Like, do no other fathers come? And she goes, Dad. I kept saying this like kind of loud, and she was like, Dad, a lot of them don't have fathers. And like she wasn't wrong. That's the thing. Like a bunch of them just didn't have fathers around. So
they were getting
just
glued
awkward.
to you?
Yeah, they would like me very
trying to-
much.
Yeah, see, you guys had East Coast field trips. I grew up in Colorado, so we would go to caves or places where
We did that in Pennsylvania.
places where we killed Indians. That was a big one. They would just take us.
That's big.
They would just take us to where like massacres happened of Native Americans.
Yeah,
And they're like,
this is
hey.
where the slaughter of Aurora.
Yeah, no, but they'd be like, all right, well, we can go over to Cripple Creek where it was a mining town, and then you're like, yeah, it was all shit like that. They love taking us. They would take us to jobs that don't exist anymore, like silver miners or like fucking donkey trainers.
Yeah, Long Island, I feel like they should have took you guys to like Boeing and like a DJ academy. The two ways it could possibly turn out.
This is a gym. Some of you guys are going to be personal trainers.
Welcome to the exciting field of catering. It's like a party, but you do everything.
We're
But
taking.
I was out in Denver. I was out there, and like honestly, that town is all North Face. Everybody there looks like they're ready to climb something. I mean,
Oh my
everybody.
God, dude, they wake up and
What?
you can't take off your fleece in Colorado or you die.
Yes. And I've been watching all these movies about these guys who are like master rock climbers.
Yeah.
And all of them are on the spectrum. You know, it's kind of like that's the thing that they like latch onto, this like life and death thing. But I was just thinking like growing up how like rock climbing was like, I guess for you guys, that was like, considered like, yeah, okay, cool, you're smart and all, but how's your how's your ascent?
Can you free climb? How high can you free climb?
Or what's going on?
But
with
also, Dave, that's interesting. I didn't know they were on the spectrum. It's that's the West Coast version of autistic kids with trains. Is Colorado autistic kids just know how to climb real well?
They're all like, it's amazing. Like their moms are like, we didn't know what to do with him, but then he got involved in this rock climbing, and like it really, like it was like whatever. It's like better than written,
We call them koala brains in Colorado. All they know how to do is eat leaves and climb.
I think it's outside Denver.
We would climb power, like telephone poles and power cables and stuff like that. And that was like the amazing, like this guy got like right up to the wire. This guy, this guy's like amazing. This guy's like magical. Like he's alive,
Yeah, we had some towers and stuff you can climb like that. Like Leonardo DiCaprio and Gilbert Grape.
Yeah, get
Just
down.
climb, and then the whole town has to come over and get you down.
A water tower or something,
Yeah, dude.
We had a bunch of that, but I always feel like in Denver though now. I love Denver, by the way, but I feel like everybody there is.
Great crowd.
I think they're dressed like they're ready to go climbing anytime, but I think it's just a look out there. I think people move there from all over now. I think it's a very what do you call that? Like transplant town at this point, and I think everyone just goes there and can't wait to put on their nicest winter jackets and shit.
You know how Tony Hinchcliffe moved to Austin and now he rocks the cowboy look?
Yes, exactly like that is what I mean.
Everybody goes to Colorado, and then they even, no matter where they're from, they move to Denver, and then they go to the REI, and they just come back out looking like a different person in hiking boots and light jeans.
Yeah, you have like your pants are always like held on by suspenders. Like
you have a
snowboarding suspenders.
Yeah, you have a trail mix recipe.
You call it your apartment. You call it base camp.
So I woke up at base camp, and then I ascended to work, where I worked for 7 to 8 hours.
Yeah. I only deal in military time and knots measurements.
Yeah. They.
Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead, Dave.
No, I had nothing. I was just like, I did DC. That was awesome. And then I did Denver. Like I hit some towns, and there's a lot of fans, comedy fans, like watching this. So I hit a lot of towns during the, I guess you could say, the good months when I was like, wow, this is awesome. Like this is great. And then there was a couple of, like rough and ready towns as well. But the majority of the crowds that came out were I think we can all agree were great. But Soul Joel's continuously brings it.
Crazy.
I mean, honestly,
Crazy.
it's amazing how this guy has put that together. It's really crazy.
It's gone.
Yeah, those shows.
gone.
Those is it really? The dome's gone.
It's gone.
Yeah, they moved though. They moved to another location, right? That's what I was
No,
told.
I don't think he has a. No, I think he's just like using temporary locations. I might be wrong about that, but I
Was
heard
that-
temporary. He doesn't have an actual official location.
Was that Joel's? So that dome was his field of dreams. If you build it, they will come.
Yeah, I think they got ran out by the locals.
Damn.
Really?
But yeah, that was killer. That was one of the gigs that saved comedy in the quarantine.
It really did, yeah. And he showed me. He said, "It's like I'm bringing it indoors. I'm like, you should just keep doing this outdoors. I mean, like this is like one of the best. Honestly, it had, It was like you either play Red Rock when you're out west, or you play
Royersford.
Here's what you do, dude. But they did it. That audience had the feel of a '70s concert film. Like they were always like, Jesus, you guys are fucking into this. It was great.
Dave, had you ever done comedy at Red Rock for like an oddball or something?
Yeah, no, I hosted like a band thing and a long time ago, and I was like, this is like an amazing thing for everything but comedy.
That's
like,
what I was going to say. I was going to say that. It's the most amazing thing for bands, but I couldn't see doing comedy there being awesome. It's like too cool, like the surrounding. It's like that red lights and all that shit, and like that's where Incubus is supposed to play. You're not supposed to tell a cum joke.
Yeah, it's like a Greek amphitheater. Like you're supposed to do some kind of crazy, like speech or something because you're standing.
Yeah.
You're all on rocks, sitting on rocks, and you're like in front of them. I felt weird. I just felt weird the whole time. But the cool of it is that like, for some reason, like people party extra hard when they're there because they're like, I don't know. It's like we're at Red Rock, and like I know the Dead play there like every couple of months or something. I don't know what they do, but they always either start or end the tour there. And I'm always in Denver when that happens. Like the Dead are playing, and it's funny because like you'll be in a hotel and there'll be like a 60-year-old guy dressed like we were talking, and he's like, this is like my 100th concert or something like, whatever.
Oh yeah.
Whatever the number is, and you're just like, hey, we all pick different things in life,
Those guys go. It's like I think the average of someone who would call themselves a deadhead is like hundreds of shows.
Yeah. 100 would be like you can't even get near the merch table. I think.
Yeah. What are you at, DJ Lou? What are you at for Pearl Jam shows?
82.
Yeah, you're barely a fan.
How do you guys?
Barely a fan, dude. You're garbage. That sucks. I thought you gave a shit.
It's not true. It's not true.
Can't believe it's not in triple digits. You fucking damn, man. You're a Nirvana guy, I guess.
They
What an
only
ass.
tour every 3 years. This is all I can do.
Dave, have you watched any of the HBO Music Box documentaries?
No, I haven't seen them yet.
The Woodstock one or anything?
Oh yeah, I saw that one. Yeah, the
That
99.
Yeah, that one was wild. That was a crazy documentary. They made a couple of them now. They have this one about this guy Juice World I just watched. The Alanis Morissette one was good. Are you watching them all, DJ Lou?
Yes, every single one I saw.
Are the I didn't see the one about the guy who started disco. Was that great, Mr. Saturday Night?
Yeah, that was probably the best one.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
watch
okay. I
that
thought
one.
What are these
Woodstock
on again?
99
These
was
are on.
great.
These are on
HBO Max. They're on HBO Max. But there's one, and you watched the Juice World one.
Oh, what a piece of shit that was.
I watch it. It's Juice World's a rapper, quote unquote. I guess that got entertainer that got killed, or didn't get killed, right? He OD'd, right?
That's right.
It must have been.
When?
It's just a documentary. I don't know, like a year or so ago. But it's the music is completely auto-tuned nonsense. The documentary is a bunch of people just saying how great he was, but it's all just dumb people. It seems like the people it's like interviewing are always like, "Yo, he had a next level thing," and it was just him doing auto-tune stuff and nonstop taking drugs, crushing up pills, and doing it nonstop. So, and then they're like. And then, sadly, he died. You're like, let me stop you right there. Died from an OD. Like, that was coming a mile away. It was just, I don't know if it was more of like a celebration of his music or what. It was just terrible. It was so bad. I just never felt less bad for a person's legacy who passed away. I wouldn't be able to tell you a Juice World. Do you have any of his music, Lou?
Well, that's also those.
No, why? That's what I want to ask HBO Max. Why did they make a documentary about this guy?
I want to watch the Alanis Morissette one because she she was definitely like a road warrior. She toured so hard, like through the entire '90s, I guess. Whatever
yeah.
that was. Yeah, like she was just like incredible. Like I remember like all those like just fest outdoor, like all that kind of stuff over and over and over. So
what's funny about her is she still looks great, by the way. But what's funny is she does look like a mom now. Like I stopped seeing her ever when she was still kind of like the mousy, you know, like a female Jim Morrison kind of like slinking around thing. And now to see her, she's like just like a mom. She looks like she looks completely like a mom, but she looks great. But I mean, like, but it is pretty funny. And she says now that that song is not about Dave Coulier. Bullshit. She said, do you remember that? You ever hear that theory, Dave?
Yes. Yeah, I did.
Yeah. It's my first thing I ever said to him.
I saw him live. That was always the weird thing of like, well, then I would look at his tour dates and he's playing the same clubs, you know. He should have gotten more of a pop off of it.
Yeah, the Alanis Morissette push. Because I did Full House.
You got the Morissette bump?
Yeah, he goes, I did Full House, then Alanis Morissette said I was a piece of shit, so that packed it out.
Here's another thing. When's the last time you guys went to like a live show though? Like when's the last time you went to like a concert?
I went to a concert a couple weeks ago with Ari and Katie. We went and saw LCD Sound System.
Okay. And did they check everything, like that kind of thing? Do that?
Yeah, they checked to make sure everyone was vaccinated, and then it was good. You know, it was it felt like pre-pandemic kind of. You only saw a couple people in masks.
Yeah. Let me tell you something. We went to see Genesis live, walking in thinking Genesis live for the first time in my life at the Garden. If I get COVID for this, I understand. And I left leaving saying I wouldn't have taken a light hangnail for that horrible show. That horrible show. How dare he? How dare he suck so bad?
Wow. That's sad. Well, he is old. He's very old. Yeah.
He's sitting in a chair the whole time. They don't you know, what do you call it? They don't promote that at all. You get there and he's sitting in a chair. Not even a stool.
They don't pay him enough to stand up.
He's like, you want me to get up? Give me more money. I always want more money.
And then he gets up and walks with a cane, like, off. When they left, and I saw that they're doing an encore, and I saw him leaving the stage before the encore, I was like, oh, God. Oh, man, it's going to be 20 minutes to get him back out on the stage. I'm like, just leave him there. Someone said throw a blanket over him like that comic. What was that comic
Ollie
story?
Joe Porter?
Yeah.
Oh, Ollie Joe Porter, yes.
Just throw a blanket over him.
He's just like, I'm going to sit here and smoke a cigarette under this sheet. Pull it when you want me to sing.
Isn't Madison Square Garden the coolest? Like I did that 9/11 benefit. That was Pete Davidson and Jon Stewart's, you know, charity.
Yeah.
First responders. And like, honestly, like the whole like system they have there, it's like such a amazing experience. And then because we're backstage, we got to see like, you know, like the load in, like we're like, you know, Kiss played there, they would like load in like, you know, 20 RVs or whatever it was. Like
that's crazy.
Like, imagine in your mind like all the crazy stuff that went on there. You know?
Yeah.
It's a pretty cool place.
That's got to be badass. You especially get to see all behind the scenes thing. One time I got to go to the WWE, was at Barclays Center, and I'd been to the Barclays Center before for concerts and stuff, but I went with Michael Che, and since the WWE and SNL have a good relationship, they sent him like a car and they like drove us in and took an elevator down. It was fucking crazy.
That is cool. I've never been to that.
Did you get to see a bunch of men in their underwear, dude?
Dude, I did. And some of them took home the U.S. championship that night, Jay, and two of them were in a ladder match. So why don't you change your tone?
Did they take pictures with you like you were a Make-A-Wish kid?
No, they didn't.
Where you gave number one fingers, number one forever fingers?
I was too scared to ask.
No selfie in a headlock? Come on.
Yeah. God damn it. Where were you guys when I needed you that afternoon before I went, where I could plan my photos?
Did we, I don't know if I said this on air or anything or not, but my thing with seeing celebrities on an airplane now, it's like if I notice them when the plane starts, I'd rather be on a plane with no celebrities, because when I'm consumed the whole trip with what I have to do or not do to say or not say to them.
I was just recently on a flight and Kevin Durant was sitting on a row in front of me.
Cool.
That's what I mean, man. And you're like,
you just don't say nothing.
well, sports is easier for me because if you're not on my team, I couldn't give two fucks about you.
How can you tell if everyone's masked up though?
He was 6'9", and like he looked like Kevin Durant with the mask.
Oh, Kevin
on.
Durant? I don't know because like he's a
wearing a
zillionaire.
belt.
Well,
Yeah.
Kevin Durant's a zillionaire, and for some reason it looks like a fire broke out on his head. I don't know why his hair is like that.
Dude, he
It's
does.
Crazy.
He has Pesci Home Alone 1 head.
Can you bring up a picture of Kevin Durant's hair? Just if you write that, everyone will. There'll be a lot of pictures. It must be talked about a ton. That is the hilarious. These guys that stay in basketball so long now, like LeBron James and stuff, watching their hairlines go back and the ball, and then you get to see one season where their hairline comes back because they got the surgery.
Hell yeah.
Jay, what celebrities have you flown with?
It's not Jesus. It's a mess, that hair, huh? It's I flew with.
Well, he was
RZA.
just with Fat Joe.
Yeah, Fat
and that
Joe.
was the awkward one.
No, they're all awkward to me because.
But that was the only one you tried to talk. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Fat Joe, the RZA from Wu-Tang Clan, and there's been like one or two more. I can't think of what they were, but like it doesn't. Cause I've never said anything to them, but I really. Oh no, I flew the lead singer of Anthrax and his wife, but I knew them briefly, so that wasn't a weird introduce. Like we did the same gigs together before, so like that wasn't so weird. But the Fat Joe, yeah, the whole flight, I'm like, what am I going to say, dude? Fat Joe's going to think I rule with what I say. and then he did not at all. And then I ran, like I got away from him as fast as possible because I felt embarrassed by saying something at all.
Yeah.
And then when I got far away from him, somebody recognized me, which would have been so cool for him to see.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're like,
But he did not at all.
Where were
Totally.
you?
What's the biggest celebrity you've flown with, Dave?
I really, I was in the airport one time and Mitt Romney was walking to the gate or something like that.
Oh, really?
And wanted a picture with him. I was just thinking, that's a weird, that's a weird thing. But he was all like waving and everything like that. But I really can't really put I don't know the celebrities like you guys do. Like I don't know who's who and all that kind of stuff. But,
Yeah.
I think
Have you ever
sat next to someone from Babylon 5, like
That's
one of
cool.
these TV shows or something.
Yeah.
Usually when you fly to like LA or Aspen or something, you have to go to like celebrity places to see the celebrity people doing it.
When I was at the Cellar the other day, and Kevin Hart was on stage upstairs. It was Che and somebody else. Just felt like a little bit of a star-studded night. And I looked across the room while the band was playing. It was packed, and I go, "Oh shit!" And Erykah Badu's here. And Christine was like, "Really? Where?" And I go, "Right over there. You can see their silhouette." And I go, "It's definitely only Erykah Badu has those braids and that whatever that go all the way down her back and wears that wrap and a big pilgrim hat. That's her look. That's her thing now, right? You've seen it there." It was not her at all. As I got closer, it was just a woman that dresses identically to Erykah Badu. But I was moving forward with the confidence that it was definitely her.
Yeah, where you're like, that's 100% Erykah Badu. Oh my God, it's another lady that just decided to look like Erykah Badu.
So would you, if you saw a celebrity that you knew, would you like engage with them? Like, hey, would you? Or?
No, I think it'd be too awkward. I would always be the last celebrity that I approached to say something to was a wrestling manager named Paul Heyman because we were on 2 flights together. And I was like, it was just awkward, and I felt stupid. And I walked away being like, that was it. I shouldn't have done that.
You're like, NWO for life. I got to go.
I just want to let you know that I think ECW ruled. Thank you for creating it.
We should let Dave go because we got to take a commercial, and then when we come back, we went long. So when we come back, we're going to have to just end the show anyway. So let's say Dave, of course, is going to be at Caroline's, the shows of the year at Caroline's.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a tradition. It's a holiday
excited
tradition.
To be back. It's going to be hopefully a safe, fun week. And thank you again, guys, for having me on. It's great to connect again with your fans because they're the ultimate comedy people. So I hope to see you guys down the road.
27th and 30th. It's the shows of the year. It's my favorite thing in New York comedy is Dave Attell.
Yeah, DaveAttell.com. If you're in New York,
year.
go check him out at Caroline's, December 27th through the 30th. And then, Dave, we'll have to have you back in studio the second we're back to hang out.
Absolutely. Anyway, Christine, thank you, and guys, be safe, and I'll hopefully I'll see you guys over the next couple of weeks. You know.
Oh man.
You've been listening to SiriusXM's Bonfire. New episodes every Tuesday through Friday mornings, and full shows always on SiriusXM.